Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to Coping with Life, Disabled and Mentally Ill. I am your host, Scott. Welcome. It is Saturday, or if you're listening to this on a different day, it's still Saturday, right? If you're listening to it on Wednesday, it is Saturday. And I hope you are well. I am proud of you. I'm glad that you are here. And I'm doing a lot better today. The past couple days have not been very nice to me. But I have survived, and I'm here. And I'm doing a lot better today. And I want to discuss that a little bit, if I may. So, Thanksgiving was on Thursday, and I just stayed home. I had no plans. I had nothing to do. And I did have turkey. I went to the store and bought turkey, and I'm glad that I did because it was yummy, and I put it in my salad. So that was nice. But I didn't spend time with the family. Don't. So just being home alone and just figuring things out. My brain was braining, going through a lot of stuff, and I had the pleasure of talking to a few people late Thanksgiving evening on the PlayStation Network, and I didn't really talk much. There was nothing for me to say. Same with yesterday. I didn't go anywhere. I didn't buy anything because I have no money. And especially, all the quote unquote deals that I was seeing was like, no, because normally it's this price. They just mark it up to put it back to where it is because not a lot of people price watch like I do. Now there was some good deals, but it's like I can't afford it. Thus, I don't need it. So, but yesterday I was kind of grumpy. I was still not well, and I went to bed just about like 10:30 at night, and while I was getting ready, and I'm like, why am I grumpy? I get why I feel the way that I do. And it's valid. But how is that good? Because I'm a very positive person. I like sending smiles and positive energy, but Sometimes I'm down. Sometimes energy is low. And I just left and went to bed, and I'm like, you know what? I need to get better. My body's like, all right, oh, you're gonna have problems sleeping. Uh, but I think that's good. Um, so that's me, because I always have problems sleeping, but when I have stuff bothering me, it, it's very apparent that I need to focus on those things, focus on those energies to make things better. Thus, I make things better. And I'm here today, Saturday, a couple days away. It's like I don't need to, be grumpy, and I have a lot of other things that I am dealing with and worried about. And but and that's okay. So I don't really want to sound overly complainy. And but I like being honest, and and it's the truth. I didn't have the best Thursday, and I didn't have the best Friday, but I'm doing a lot better today. And I think that's all that matters. How quickly I can rebound, doing better, mentally, be the beacon of light for other people, and spread the positivity, spread the love, and that goes a long way for me. That means a lot to me. And there's a lot of things going through my mind, and I I and this is already a ramble, so a few things that I want to mention. So yesterday, which was Friday night, Friday night was the quote unquote end of an era. So in the collegiate football realm, the Oregon Ducks versus the Oregon State Beavers, that game, which my Oregon Ducks did win, which I'm glad that they did. But in the foreseeable future, they're not going to play anymore, because the Oregon Ducks are going to the Big Ten next year. And I don't know where the Beavers are going, but they're not going to be on the schedule for the next 5-7 years. Not sure if they're gonna ever go off again. The Civil War, as it was called. It was a rivalry that I enjoyed a lot, and it was hard. Kind of one of the reasons why I was kind of sour, because that when you have something that's been going on for well over 100 something years, and it means a lot to you, growing up. Change is good, also. And it's going to be hard, knowing that it's not a game that I can look forward to every year. And so that's for me personally. That's kind of hard. Now, if you have other experiences, maybe that helps, but just to me, I know I've said this a couple times throughout the years on my podcast, but change is hard for me. I'm somebody who likes, for being autistic and somebody who likes consistency, change is hard for me. But sometimes change is acceptance. Change is okay. Now, I don't know if I've talked publicly about this, but I will. So I'm a diehard Oregon Duck fan. Collegiately, that's been my team. That means a lot to me, especially going to speech therapy, my childhood at the University of Oregon. So that means a lot to me. I'm a duck. Quack. But in the last year, I've been trying to find myself. Trying to find me within. And when you think about, values and morale and, finding oneself, and, finding lineage and, family history, and just doing things with oneself. And it's not easy, and again, change is hard. And I will always be an Oregon Duck. That is the main team. However, I basically became a Nebraska Cornhusker fan, and I'm going to be honest. So I have a Nebraska hoodie. I got a couple of weeks ago, and I want to thank the people who, essentially helped me get it, because they're like, yeah, I'm going to be honest, and gray looks good on me. It's gray and red, and it looks good on me. And I swim in it, especially with my weight loss. It was something that I wanted to get me to kind of celebrate my weight loss, and knowing that I have a long ways to go. But going places and you know, being uh, one-way conversations, and it's happened many different places, and kind of awkward, but people really enjoy. It's like, oh, Nebraska Cornhuskers, that's cool, and people said, oh, I'm from Omaha, and just talking about them, or the people like, oh, I'm from Iowa, and like that's awesome. And have a little, hi bye conversation with absolute strangers, which is really fascinating. Um, and knowing, and so the last couple weeks, the last 3 weeks, I've watched really hard the 3 Nebraska games, twice on NBC, and the other one was on CBS or ABC. I don't remember what channel I was on yesterday. I think it was ABC. But no, just watching Nebraska lose each and every game that I watched, all of them were heartbreaks. Gonna be honest, and I'm like, oh, this is my life now. Uh, and I'm glad that the Oregon Ducks are doing as well as they are. But it's like, well, off to off to next season. But so go Cornhuskers. And I'm and the best part about this entire thing, I don't remember what year. I think it's maybe 2025, 2026. Since Nebraska and the Oregon Ducks are going to be in the same conference, they're going to face each other in a couple of years. And I'm like, oh, yay. Another game that I'm just going to be really happy watching. And so, one of those things, I just want everybody to have fun and not get hurt. And so, there is that. But, the journey finding oneself and change, change is not easy. Change is hard. Especially when you have made the change and then disappointment keeps on happening. It's like, things change and yet nothing ever changes. So I can laugh about it. So Nebraska, again, not going to a bowl game because they did not get that last win. And so but, finding something that makes you smile and, knowing that, there are things that, you can be who you want to be. And I encourage people to, find oneself. Maybe whatever it may be that, you want to make things better. And go for it. And I'm super happy, and with the decision that I've made, and continuing that journey, and a few other things that have been on my mind that I will discuss. Some I will not. But the so the Oregon State Beavers, that the Civil War isn't going to happen anytime soon. Which is hard. And the other thing is I words are hard. Is there's so I don't want to come off as complainy, and I do apologize, but my issue is, why can't we enjoy things for what they are? Now, speculation is amazing, but so I like wrestling, and later tonight is Survivor Series War Games, and for months everybody was saying Randy Orton's coming back to be the fifth member for Cody Rhodes' team, and everybody knew it, and I don't like going on social media. I don't like it. It's bad for my health. It's very bad for my health. But I like things to be what it is, and I would have liked to just enjoy that naturally, instead of it's like, oh, this is definitely happening because the XYZ. Now, maybe when I was younger, I know for a fact when I was younger, dirt sheets, knowing what's coming up, that was something that I was really, really interested in. But as I get older and wiser, I want to enjoy things for what they are, and just let it happen naturally, and just be entertained, and not go, oh, I don't like that this person lost and not seeing the big picture, because wrestling is a giant soap opera, and just enjoy what it is, and enjoy the story that they're trying to say. But that's just me. Don't want to be overly complaining, even though I feel like that's what I've been doing this entire episode. But so bear with me on this week. I don't know what next week is going to do. And yeah. Yes, Survivor Series. Survivor Series is tonight. Um, and I'm gonna um uh I'm going to give you my predictions. I wasn't, but you know what? I should. It's something that I enjoy. Um, and they go pretty quickly. Um, so this is my humble opinion of what I would like to do. And which, is kind of basically what I just complained about. But at the same time, I have no insider sources, and it's not definite. These are just fun for me to predict each match. And I'm okay if it doesn't happen. But it's kind of cool when it does. So the first match is for my favorite WWE title of all time, the Intercontinental Championship. Gunther versus The Miz. Gunther is the champion. I want The Miz to get the Intercontinental Championship again. The next match is for the Women's World Championship. Rhea Ripley, champion, versus Zoe Stark. I have a feeling Zoe Stark's going to be the champion by the end of the night. Now we have the men's War Games match. Cody Rhodes, Seth freaking Rollins, Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, and Randy Orton versus the Judgment Day. Damian Priest, Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio, and JD McDonough and Drew McIntyre. Cody Rhodes is going to win. The entire Cody Rhodes team, they're going to win. Then we have a singles match. Dragon Lee versus Santos Escobar. I'm going to say Santos Escobar wins. I don't know. I didn't watch SmackDown last night, so I don't know. I thought that was a different match, but anyway, the last match that is listed here is the women's War Game match. Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair, Shotzi, and Becky Lynch versus Damage Control, Bayley, Asuka, Io Sky, and Kairi Sane. And I'm gonna say Team Becky Lynch, Shotzi, Charlotte Flair, and Bianca Belair. They win. And those are my quick, humble opinion of the Survivor Series predictions. I'm glad that I got that out of the way. And because I enjoy them. I love wrestling. And I enjoy it for what it is. And so, but I think that's going to be the episode. So I want to please be safe out there. It getting to be almost December, and December is going to be really hard on me. The winter months is very hard on my soul, and I get a little down, a little grumpy, a little cross with people. But the people who know me, they understand. They don't really fault me, and they just let me deal with the issue that I'm dealing with. But I also don't want to be overly complaining. And thank you for being amazing people. Love you all. And tell the people in your life you love them. Because they may not be here tomorrow. And just care about people. you know, love life, and continue forward. Until next week, what will happen next week, I have no idea. But thank you for joining me. Love you all. And I bid you all adieu.